So we're starting over.
Yes, we're starting now.
Okay, hi everybody. This is Ian Jacklin, and I'm here today with Rev Lynne to continue our discussion about this new water that I've found. I always thought the alkaline water was amazing because it helps your pH balance, but this is even a new level, hydrogenized water. So I'm going to hand it right over to Rev Lynne to get right into this. And it's also, you can basically, if you know two people that are interested, from what I understand, she's going to explain to us how you can get it for free, basically, and make a business out of it too. It's such a good product that's why I'm putting my name behind it, because it does what my mentor says to do, get your pH balance. So, okay, thanks, Rev Lynne.
All right, thank you, Ian. So, hello, my name is Lynne Herod DeVerges, and as Ian calls me, Reverend Lynne, and that's because I am a minister and spiritual mentor. And I was introduced to Naturally Plus 2 years ago, knowing that at that time I needed to take supplements, and the right supplements that would really help support my body. Little did I know that not only did I see a presentation of the product similar to what I'm going to talk to you about today, but I also realized that this was the right product for me, as well as a couple of the other products, which we're not going to get into today, but maybe a little bit later. And as well, I've been able to take this wonderful water, and it's made such a difference in my life. It's changed my life, and I've been able to receive it at no cost. Starting the second month, I continue to take it. But I'll tell you about all of that later. The name of the company is called Naturally Plus. And Naturally Plus was launched in Japan in 1999. As you can see, it expanded throughout other countries in Asia until 2014, when it was introduced to the United States. And even after that, it was introduced in the Philippines, Brunei, and Vietnam in 2015. In 2020, they're expanding and opening yet another corporate office and manufacturing plants in China. But the beautiful thing about Naturally Plus is that they do business all over the world, in over 150 countries. So no matter where you live, you're able to receive these wonderful products, and you're able to do so, again, at no cost, because of the great business aspect that's associated with it as well. Now, the sales trend in the United States from 2014 all the way up through 2018, and even this year, has grown by 132% at the end of 2018, and it's even climbed beyond that to 110% in just 6 months of this year. So as you can see, it's a real testament to how great this product is doing, not only here, but doing very well throughout the world. Now, when you consider Naturally Plus in the United States, it's only been here for 5 years. We've already done $10+ million. We're continuing to grow, and there are 28,000 plus total consumers throughout the country. The areas where you see are in red here, these are states that actually yet do not have any consumers. So if you have loved ones and relatives and friends who live in those states, or any one of the 50 states that you want to share this with, by all means do so, because that's part of how you're able to receive your product at no cost. Mr. Tajima, our CEO and leader right here, is a phenomenal man who has many degrees in nutrition, but he was also a millionaire by the time he was 24. At 30, he had already earned over $10 million, and he helps support us and show us how we can also do the same thing. Now, I want to tell you about IZUMIO Hydrogenized Water. IZUMIO is actually an antioxidant. And what that means is it works to get rid of the free radicals that are in our body. Most people don't realize it, but the cause of disease and aging is not because of viruses and bacteria. It's really because of the free radicals. And free radicals, all these ugly little buggers right here, free radicals actually is nothing more than every cell has a positive and negative ion. And so free radicals is where a cell loses its negative ion, but it's looking for a balance. It wants the balance of the positive and negative ions. So when it loses its negative ion because of too many toxins that have built up, and these are some of the reasons for those toxins here on the left side, then it starts to rob negative ions from other cells that are around it. What ends up happening is that as cells are losing these negative ions and trying to steal one from another, diseases start to build up. Now, the negative ions or the free radicals, we also call that oxidation. And so you can see from poor diet and stress, pollution, ultraviolet rays like the blue light from computer screens, TVs, cell phones. By the way, that's why I'm wearing these glasses. They're not prescription, they're not reading glasses. These are glasses that help keep that blue light from going into the retina of my eye and back to the macula. So I suggest everyone wear protective glasses specifically made to block out the excess blue light that goes into the macula behind the eye. As well, oxidation and free radicals can happen due to chlorinated water, medications, food additives, x-rays, alcohol. I do love wine, but nevertheless, these are the causes, smoking, of these free radicals that actually are robbed of their negative ions, and then they're seeking it out from other cells. Well, when those cells continue to be robbed and then they are replicated, the disease itself is replicated of these cells, you're going to find all sorts of things happening. Different eye diseases like retinopathy, glaucoma, cataracts. You'll find that cancer of all types, regardless of the type of cancer or the disposition of the cancer, is also due to an excess of these free radicals. Diabetes, colon disease, all sorts of brain diseases, including stroke, Alzheimer, and Parkinson. As you can see, it's really, really detrimental to your health and to your body. But what can really assist in being able to clear these free radicals out of your body is the IZUMIO water. Now, IZUMIO is literally filtered water with hydrogen gas. And some of you may have heard of the miracle waters or healing waters throughout the world. As you can see, there are natural springs and ponds and streams from places like Tecate, Mexico, Norandau Caverns in Germany. The most famous is the Fountain of Lourdes, France. And if you notice, it has the highest amount of hydrogen gas. This means that there are 550 parts per trillion gas to the water. With IZUMIO, however, notice how much more hydrogen gas is in one small pouch of water. It is actually 2.6 million parts per trillion hydrogen gas in the water. That means that a small 6-ounce pouch has 4,700 times more hydrogen gas than that of Lourdes, France. So what does that really mean? Well, let's take a look at Sammy here. Sammy is like many of us, and he has a lot of oxidative stress, also known as free radicals, that build up in all these different cells and places in our body, from the brain to our blood to our muscular system, our bones, our organs. And then he drinks IZUMIO. And the hydrogen gas actually partners with the free radicals. Hydrogen gas is the smallest atom in the universe. And so it must partner or bind itself to something that is more stable. In this case, the free radicals. After doing that, what happens? Hydrogen mixed with oxygen, you've got oxidative stress, you have the hydrogen gas, creates more water, or H2O, right? And then it hydrates your body 3 to 4 times more than normal, and the excess water with the free radicals are urinated out or perspired out. That's how this works, just that simply. And after that, Sammy naturally loses weight, and then he disappears because he's on his way to the clothing store because he's lost so much weight and he's so healthy, he's ready to go shopping. Now, I did this same experiment myself. I didn't do this one that you see on the screen, but I did the same exact one. And in science, when you can duplicate an experiment and it works the same every single time, it's proof of the benefit of that particular item or whatever it is that's being tested. In this case, there were paper clips that were put into 3 different jars, and there was different water put into those jars, and the paper clips have had a chance to sit there for 10 days. After 10 days, you can see the tap water has really rusted. This is a very clear example of that oxidation. And purified water, like your Arrowhead or some of the other waters you get in the bottles, you still see a lot of oxidation has taken place. But with IZUMIO, look how clear that is. This is very clear. There's no oxidation that's happened. And so in essence, what this experiment is showing is that the hydrogen gas in the water, again, it's a filtered, purified water, is actually clearing away and balancing those free radicals to the point where it's much clearer, it stays cleaner. This is how I like my insides to look. I don't know about you, but I think you might want your insides to look that way too. Now, the father of hydrogenized medicine is Dr. Shigeo Oda, right here on the left. Dr. Oda did experiments in Lourdes, France, and some of the other places throughout the world to discover why millions and millions of people on a monthly basis, since in Lourdes, France, since the 1700s, flocked there because of the healing properties. And what he discovered actually was that the water had high concentrations of hydrogen gas. Well, for years he's been studying this. They have used hydrogen in Japan for purposes of ambulances in particular, where they put not oxygen on a person's face who's had a stroke, but they give them hydrogen, because the hydrogen literally stops the brain from dying immediately. They use hydrogen gas in saline solution in surgery rooms because it stops bleeding immediately. And I've seen with my own eyes how putting this water on your skin not only stops the bleeding immediately, but also you can see the skin starting to mend and come together. So they've been using this in Japan for many, many years. 2 years ago, it was introduced into the United States. 11 years ago, it was introduced as a way for all of us to be able to receive the hydrogen gas in pH-balanced filtered water. So here are some of the benefits of the gas. It helps to decrease inflammation. I've had many people mention how their arthritis due to inflammation and other autoimmune diseases, they don't have the pain anymore, their inflammation has significantly reduced, and they feel much better and healthier. It helps with obesity. As with Sam, people who are overweight will naturally start losing weight even if they eat the same way, because you're getting rid of all of these free radicals and toxins. It helps with stroke, and I've seen that also firsthand. It helps with metabolic disorders like type 2 diabetes. I was diagnosed with diabetes, and after drinking the water, I have found that my diabetic numbers have gone down so low that now they're considered normal. The effects of this water after having chemotherapy with cancer, actually from those I know personally, which is, just about 20 people or so that have gone through chemotherapy but have had no side effects from the chemotherapy. And some of them drinking the water before they ever had surgery or chemotherapy or radiation, the tumors, the cancer tumors began to shrink. Now, I'm not claiming that this is a heal-all, that this is a cure-all. What I am saying is that in some cases, and I've seen and heard literally thousands of testimonials, people are talking about the significant benefits of it. Here again are some of the things that it works well with. If you have age spots or wrinkles, put the hydrogenized water on your face or wherever the wrinkles are, and you will literally start to see the lines disappear. As I mentioned, it stops bleeding right away on your skin, but it also helps to eliminate rashes, everything from eczema to psoriasis to other kinds of rashes that you may develop. Over time, the water on the skin completely takes it away. Put a little on the skin, drink the rest. For people who exercise a lot, it helps reduce lactic acid and fatigue. So your muscles don't cramp up from a lot of the exercise, because it helps again to clear away those free radicals. As you can see here, it works for many things. And the biggest discovery or benefit that the scientists, the molecular biologists studying this have found is that it actually can prevent dementia. They've just tested it on 200,000 subjects that are over the age of 70, and in some cases it has helped reduce some of the dementia symptoms, and in others it really has prevented the onset of dementia. Again, I have my own personal stories with people I know who significantly have benefited that have had dementia or even Alzheimer. So here's just also a little bit of what you can see in terms of 4 aspects and how the hydrogen in the, again, in the filtered water that is pH balanced works. Here's a healthy cell. Over time, the free radicals start to cause the cell to die. Remember, each cell is trying to rob the other, rob the other, rob the other of the negative ions. Without negative and positive ions, you start to have a cell that's dying and sick. But with IZUMIO, as the hydrogen gas clears away the free radicals, the cells are able to be healthier. They're able to stay whole. And cells, of course, are always replicating. So when you have healthy cells, they replicate healthy cells. When you have a sick cell, it replicates sick cells. That's just kind of how it works generally. IZUMIO also helps guard against too much sugar. Basically, this blue line represents the thin layer of the pancreas, and the G is sugar. When we have too much sugar in our bloodstream and in our system, it actually goes through this membrane barrier that's supposed to help keep sugar out of the pancreas so that our insulin receptors can work better. So without IZUMIO, this is what happens with people who are diabetic. With IZUMIO, you're actually strengthening this barrier, and it's automatically clearing the excessive sugar so it isn't able to move and bleed through as much. Now you have a much healthier pancreas and your insulin receptors are working. In fact, here we are. Cell receptors without IZUMIO water, these little stars represent where there would have been protection. There's no protection at all, and that sugar starts to eat away at the cell, and after a while it starts dying off, and it stops the insulin. Okay, if you want to say these are the cells for your insulin receptors, it stops the insulin from being produced in order for the pancreas to work as it's supposed to. With IZUMIO, your insulin receptors are actually not only working well, but they're healthier. They're able to do what they need to do because there's not the excess sugar that is going into the pancreas. Also, you'll find that the hydrogenized water and hydrogen gas is an anti-aging aspect. There are two anti-aging biomarkers, the SIRT1 and telomerase. Basically, these little endings here, as you see on the right, this is telomerase or telomeres. As we get older, those telomeres start to shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink. And it causes us to start aging. It keeps us from being healthy. But look at the DNA, and by the way, these represent DNA. Look at the DNA on the left side. Those telomeres are still very, very healthy. In fact, this is what a young person, you know, small children and very young people, their telomeres are very long. There's longevity here. There's life and vibrance here. This is where we're able to maintain our immune systems and health much better, okay? So as you can see, IZUMIO increases the telomerase, which is what all of these are called together, activity by 148% in human cells. So it just doesn't slow down the aging process. It actually does reverse the aging process over time. So it really helps to repair and stabilize the telomerase. Okay. Also, sorry, I have to plug my computer in so I don't lose you all. Also, what you'll find is that hydrogen gas helps with the brain. Glutamate, as in monosodium glutamate that some of you have heard about, is very toxic to the brain. And what it does is it blocks the level of cognition and learning and memory. With the hydrogenized water, okay, it actually allows the recovery of DNA damage that happens in the brain from glutamate toxicity. So now your brain cells are able to function as they're supposed to, so it increases your cognition and your learning and your memory. There's also another substance called glutathione. Glutathione really helps to work as a strong antioxidant in the brain cells, and it helps to eliminate some of the neurological diseases. With IZUMIO, it really improves and raises the glutathione levels that lead to the recovery of oxidative stress in brain cells. And I have seen people who have had strokes, family members, and vascular dementia significantly improve as a result of taking the IZUMIO, and they take it regularly. Also, there is a biomarker called NRF2 And it helps with inflammatory diseases, again, such as arthritis. That's one of the most common ones. When you have IZUMIO with the hydrogen gas in it, it shows that it protects against the oxidative stress damage that causes the inflammation. And I'm sure Ian can tell you in just a moment, not yet, that inflammation is one of the biggest issues that people have that continue to hold and activate and expand diseases on many, many, many levels. So inflammation is not our friend. Now on the left is Dr. Garth Nicholson. He is the Meryl Streep of molecular biologists worldwide. When he speaks, I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember the commercial. When they speak, when E.F. Hutton speaks, everyone listens. Well, when Dr. Garth Nicholson speaks, everyone listens. He was a Nobel Prize nominee, and he's one of the hydrogen gas experts in the field in molecular biology. Many of the discoveries have come, he has discovered with Dr. Shigeo Oda, and together they have written many, many papers and articles, over 1,000, about the benefits of hydrogenized water. Mr. Robert Sedentary, he actually produces this publication, which is a scientific research publication that goes out to many people, for lay people like us, but also to the medical and scientific community. Dr. Nicholson and Dr. Oda use IZUMIO only, and they reference it in many of their journals because it has the highest concentration of hydrogen gas in water on the entire planet. So they're really studying to see what the effects of hydrogen gas is and what effects of high concentration levels of hydrogen gas, how it really helps the body, benefits the body. And of course, they're all about how we can do what's needed for our bodies to optimally heal itself. None of these products do the healing work, but they support your body in a way so that your body, being the dynamic machine that it is, can actually start healing itself, okay? So in the end, we only regret the chance we didn't take to maintain great health. And so you want to really discover the Naturally Plus difference with the IZUMIO hydrogenized water. Naturally Plus was the only company that came out with hydrogenized water first. There are other products out there, but it does have the highest concentration of hydrogenized water, and it works very quickly and very significantly. So it's a supplement your body will love you for. Now, as I said before, there is a way to have this product. You do pay for it initially, but there is a way that you can actually, as you share it, receive the product at no cost and continue to take it for 2 years like I have without paying for it. And if you'd like to know more, you can certainly contact me by emailing me at lynn4npusa@gmail.com or giving me a call at 213-368-6593. So I'm going to turn it back over to you, Ian.
Okay.
Thank you all for allowing me to share this.
Yeah, thank you, Rev Lynne. That's awesome. Again, if you're in the know at all in the health industry, you know it's about pH balance, getting your pH to 7.2, 7.4. And this is just one of the newest and most simplest ways. Dr. Bernardo would be so happy to see this because it's like Robert O. Young was telling me the other day about his pH miracle. It's all based on donating an electron to make that cell non-cancerous. So that's why I jumped right on this opportunity when I found out. And there was a way to get it for free too, because I'm still, I'm still working on things. So what do we do for that?
What do you do for that? Well, basically, you can contact me, but it's really about sharing it with other people. It's trying the product for yourself, which is what I did for the first month. And then I shared it with the people I love, because I do love my family. I love my friends. And the benefits of it is so significant. There was no way that I could hold back and not tell them about it, because I want them to also experience a healthier life. I'm like, Ian, let's face it. You can have all the money in the world. You can have, loved ones all around you. You can have all the time you want in the world. You can continue with your personal growth, which, by the way, are all the things that this company offers. But without your health, how much does any of that mean? We become debilitated and we're not able to fully be our best self. So, of course, I wanted to share this with everyone. And in sharing it with everyone, I was able to start receiving the product at no cost. It's very similar to sharing a great restaurant with someone or a movie that you absolutely love. I'm like, come on. If you go to see a movie that you love and you tell everybody about it and you have 100 friends that go, does that movie theater say, oh, thank you, Ian, for sharing it with everyone. We're going to give you free movies for a year. You would go, that's wonderful. But does it happen? No. Does a restaurant give you a free meal because you told friends about it and 25 people have come to the restaurant and then come back with their friends? No. But with this company, you share it and you're able to receive compensation for it.
Right. And since you've been teaching me that it's okay to not to think of it like a salesman thing, think of it as in you're sharing this health, for the wealth of their health. Mm-hmm. And that really helped me, because when I was going through my list of friends and if I tagged you in it, you're one of the few that I made sure I know you. I wouldn't have clicked it if I didn't know who you were, because I thought, yeah, I do want that person to still be my friend. 20, 30 years down the line, I want to still be talking to everybody. So, and since you took the guilt thing, that Christ guilt thing out of me, it's working. So I'm happy to bring this to people. And the more I listen to it, the better. The telomere thing is amazing, folks. If you don't know about telomeres, forget about it. That's going to keep you young and not dealing with disease. The diabetes is amazing. I know so many people that deal with that. And this is such an easy thing. It's not like me saying, okay, go vegan for 30 days.
Right.
Which I say to people that say they've got, diabetes, but it's almost impossible.
Yes.
You got to be a hardcore to do that. But you can pick up this pouch and drink it,
Mm-hmm. So. And it does come in a case of 30. So you only need 1 pouch per day, because it is a supplement. You do want to drink other water throughout the day. This should not be the only water you drink. You want to continue to drink other water. And I would suggest water that's filtered or distilled, or water that is perfectly pH balanced, okay? And so you stay hydrated throughout the day. But this is a supplement that you only need once a day, because the hydrogen gas continues to work in your system for a little over 24 hours.
Right, and then the inflammation is huge. That's all cancer is, basically. So the anti-inflammation for the arthritis and everything too. It's everything. I just can't. I wish my box got sent to my old address, so I can't even try it yet.
Right, you'll be able to get it soon. So
yeah,
you can
people
experience.
Yeah, so anybody interested in this, I know MLMs because I've watched them for years, and this is I don't know if it's an actual MLM, but it's a similar system, and it's fair. It's really good. If you put in the time and work, you make money too. It's not just if you do a little bit of work, you get yours for free, but if you put in a lot of work, there's people making a couple $100,000 a month, aren't there?
Month, yes. I know many people personally who are making over $200,000 a month with this particular business plan. The company has tremendous integrity. The business plan has tremendous integrity, as do the products. And that's what resonated with me, being a minister, being a spiritual mentor to assist people in being the best versions of themselves that they can be on a daily basis in every area of their life. And so I found that this was just a great way to do it. It is, some people do call this an MLM. It works a little bit differently in that there's no inventory, there's no there's unlimited generational growth. I know one person that has 1.2 million in his downline that he's able to still earn income from. It's just amazing. And so MLM for me with this company means make lots of money. And it's really about being healthy. You know, so with my family history and with me staying as healthy as possible, I know I'm going to live way past 100. I'm in my mid 60s now. And so I need to make sure that I have the income to sustain myself for the rest of my life. And so my kids don't have to worry about taking care of me or how they're going to make ends meet and that sort of thing. So this is a wonderful, wonderful way for me to stay healthy and to have the income to maintain the lifestyle I have, which is, I will admit, a pretty nice lifestyle. So it works all the way around. It'll work for everyone, literally.
Yeah, excellent. Well, thanks for bringing me along, because it's time that I started to, you know, make some money myself. I think 20 years I've been helping people cure themselves of cancer. I see these oncologists going out there, you know, driving around in Mercedes and stuff.
Yeah. So,
I don't want a Mercedes, but you know.
well, all blessings, all things represent blessings on some level, but this will help you to elevate and to experience some of the dreams and the things that you'd like to experience in your life as well. So it's a great thing.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot, Reverend Lynne. So if anybody wants to sign up, just talk to me or her, and we'll take care of you.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much, Ian. Aloha.
Saka.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.